The golf slice is one of the most searched shots in all of the internet, and today we're going to fix it once and for all with PGA coach James Yu.
90% of my students, they all slice. So main reason for that is their bad setup and alignment. And then next is their over the top swing, and then club face control, and last one is the finish. So that's the main cause of slice.
Well, let's try to fix my slice in this video by going over all these points so that they can fix it as well at home.
Let's do it.
Big slice.
Yeah, it's pretty much a push slice.
Yeah.
Starting right and then going right. So that's a shot that like most of the amateur golfer do at the golf course. So first reason is the setup.
Right.
So let me show you an example. So so we're gonna go super in depth on this, mostly on the setup today.
Sure.
The setup is the most important part.
Today we're gonna tell them everything they need to know to fix their slice. They only need to watch this one video on slice forever.
Oh, yeah. Because there's so many reasons just on the setup.
Right. Okay.
So
let's do it.
First is the ball position. So do you remember on the last video we worked on the ball position?
Yeah.
At the driving range, there's a line, so you know where your leg position is.
Right.
But when you're at the golf course, there's no line.
What do you mean there's a line on the driving range?
Oh, there's like
on the mat.
It's square, yeah.
But not every mat has it.
Yeah, but it's square.
Sure.
So you know where your foot position
Same every
is,
time.
right?
Yeah.
But not at the golf course. So make sure to do a pre-shot routine every single time. So start with your feet together, and then left feet open, and make sure your ball is on your left heel. So what happens is, this is the most common thing with the amateur golfer, because I do a lot of field lessons, right? And then what I noticed was, so let's just say, let's just aim this way. And when they're going into a setup, their left feet starts first, like this. And then their right feet goes back. And then they do a setup like this.
Yeah.
So which means their left feet is always facing forward. So it's in front of your left foot, and then right foot always goes back like this. So their setup and alignment, they're looking at 20 to 30 yards right of the target. That's the first thing. And then after that, what happens is when they look at the target, they know they're kind of facing to the right side. They start to turn this way.
So there's a lot of adjustments that aren't consistent.
Yeah, but did you notice anything different here? If I turn this way, where is my ball position?
Well, actually, I didn't notice.
It's in the middle of my stance, as soon as I turn.
Sure. Okay.
So it's like this. If you look from there, so I do a setup starting with my right feet, and then my left feet, and then right feet is back. So I'm aiming around 30 yards right.
Right.
And then I start adjusting. If I turn my body like this, look at my ball position. So it's on the right side of my body. It's almost in the middle.
Sure.
So you know what happens is in the middle. You're gonna hit down on the ball more.
Okay.
And then also you have way less time to close the face.
Right. Okay.
If I put my ball in the middle of my stance and then do my normal swing, watch what happens.
Right.
That was a horrible shot. So, but I hit that on the heel. But if I didn't hit that on the heel, it would have been like 30 to 40 yards right.
Okay.
So it gives you more time to close the face when the ball is on your lee side, not on the middle. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that always do a pre-shot routine, and then I want it to be same every single time.
Yeah.
So make sure, find the target in front of you, align the club face, and then put your feet in the center, left feet open, right leg back. And if you have a friend who plays with you, and tell him to check your alignment for you to see if you're aiming at exactly where you're aiming.
Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, of course. You're not playing in a tournament. So here, and then hit the ball from here. Next is the setup. Okay. So we just worked on the alignment side. So what happens is, because ball is on your lee side a lot, what happens is your right shoulder starts to go forward like this. So that's the main
my
issue,
big problem for me.
Yeah. So it's big
for everyone,
pretty much like this. And because they've been slicing so much, they want to hit more towards this way.
Right.
Because if they swing this way, they think in their brain, they think the ball's gonna go more to the right side.
Okay.
So what happens is more you slice, more you start doing this.
Okay.
And then, so first you got to make sure you got to get your shoulder either aligned to the target or more close to the target.
Right.
Okay? And then also another one is your grip. I see a lot of people, because you know that if you do a strong grip, you know you can close the face more easily,
Yes.
right? But it's not the case when you do a strong grip like this and push down your handle like this.
Okay.
So the reason is that because if you do a strong grip and push down your handle, when you're at the top of the backswing, you see how much my wrist is cupped. So it makes your wrist cupped, which causes you to make it harder for you to close the face. So strong grip doesn't always mean you can close the face easily.
Right.
So you can even do a neutral grip and then get your wrist up like this. So when you're at the top of the backswing, it makes it easier to bow the wrist or make it straighter.
Right.
But if you're in a strong grip, you see my wrist is super cupped. So that's another reason. So with the iron setup, you can push down your handle a little bit like this.
And why is
a little bit
that?
of angle. Because the club is short and
The
you
club
gotta
is shorter.
bend over more.
Okay.
You have to do more hip hinge. But the longer the club it gets, your body starts to stand up, and I want a little bit less wrist here.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because longer the club, it gets harder to close the face.
Yeah.
There's a bigger arc. So you want to get your wrist to be more in this position.
Right. In a more neutral position. You
Or,
want to move your wrist
No,
less.
you can still do a strong grip, but try not to push it down.
Right.
It's more in this position.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Now let's go to the backswing. So starting from the takeaway, check on the side down the line video, check when you're doing a backswing and see if your club face is opening or closing.
Okay.
Okay. So if you're a slicer, on your takeaway, I want your arms to be a little bit more wider. I want you to make your arc a little bit wider and try to close the face like this on the backswing. Okay. So if you're a slicer, you gotta fix it by trying to hit a hook and closing the face.
And so what's the opposite of, so what does a not wide arc look like?
Oh, just starting with bending your arm and doing a lot of wrist
Bringing
hinge.
it very close to your body at the beginning, right?
So, and then doing a lot of wrist hinge or wrist rotation.
Right.
So we don't want rotation. Close the face. And then trying to actually hit the ball like this. Close the face, and then do a small half swing and hit the ball. You see my club face is super closed. Let's try, because you have to develop that feeling of how it feels to close the face at the impact. Right?
So in terms of our memory points of closing the face, should we just, first we get to our setup, and then should we just practice what the feeling of closing is here and always just try to get into this feeling?
Yes, exactly. And then just try not to bend your arm, just close it. You can do it with the iron too. Now let's do the downswing part. So this is the hardest part to fix.
And let's break down why that's hard. I think it's just
because it's very fast motion.
Also, it's a combination of movements, which is much harder to put together.
Yeah, of course. And if you do anything slowly, it's easy. But if you do it fast, it's much harder. So as I said, the downswing, remember I talked about the over the top swing? That's the one main reason. When your club is coming over the top, what happens is it gets so much harder for you to close the face on your downswing. It's so much easier when you're down here. It gives you a little bit more time to release the club. But if you're coming down in a steep angle, right here, if I'm in this position, my ball is gonna go right side, 100%. So one way to fix this is always work on smaller swing and put like you see the alignment stick here, stick it on the ground or put it on the driving range, the basket. So if you do go over the top, it tells you right away. And try not to touch the alignment stick. And then always practice hitting more from inside out, like this. In, out. And put another golf basket right here. So if you start, because if you're a person who does over the top, you're going to have a habit of pulling your arms this way. So even when you're coming inside out, it's still gonna pull. So I need you to extend your left arm after you hit the ball. So practice this.
Right.
So, and those students who has 115-mile club speed and then they're hitting 200 yards, as soon as we fix this, they're hitting like 300 and 320 yards.
Yeah.
So just after fixing this.
If you're looking for a drink for a golf game, try Shake Cobra Tea in our affiliate link down below.
Okay, next one is club face control. So another main reason why people are slicing is because they're open club face. I mean, main reason is the open face. Because if you can still go over the top.
Right.
And then if you close the face,
then it goes left.
Yeah, it goes left. So, but main reason is the club face. So, main reason, as I said, at the top of the backswing, the wrist is cupped. And then also on their backswing, they start opening the club face. That's the main reason. But even if you do open up the club face on the backswing and have a super cupped wrist, you can still close the face.
Okay.
If you have a very fast wrist rotation.
Right.
So, the feeling I want you to get when you're hitting a driver, I need you to release from your right pocket, and then I want you to feel like your club is going to almost touch your head.
Okay.
Like this. That's how fast your club head should be
on contact.
Impact.
It should be that fast.
Yes, good. But what happens is a lot of people, when they're hitting a ball, they're trying to make such a huge arc after they hit the ball like this. Right. So your arc has to be smaller and smaller when you're going into your downswing. On the backswing, big arc. On the downswing, small arc. And then small, 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 small.
Because small arc concentrates the power into one contact point.
Yes, yes.
And big arc just uses power throughout the entire arc.
Yeah. So which makes your club face wide open. Your glove still on the top.
Right. And then they got a chicken wing after.
Huge chicken wing, yes. So they think they're swinging hard. It feels like they're swinging hard when you have a bigger arc.
Right.
But they're swinging an inefficient swing.
Because what's most important about any of these equipment to ball contacts is how fast you contact the ball, not how fast your overall swing is.
Yeah. So nobody cares how fast your arm speed is.
Yeah.
So you gotta start decelerating your hands and then start doing this.
Right.
So this is the only practice that you gotta do. Just here. Just let the club go first, not your hands. Okay? 1, 2. It looks very simple, right?
Yeah.
So you do a wrist hinge on the backswing, unhinge, and wrist hinge.
And then just using this, they can probably already hit at 200 yards.
Oh,
over 200 yards.
This.
Yeah, this is the main movement.
Yeah. And the last one is the finish. So I see a lot of people, after they hit the ball, they don't hold their finish.
Interesting. I wouldn't know why this would affect the slice.
So what happens, we call it quitting. It's kind of like a golf term.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people, as soon as you hit the ball, you kind of stop here.
Right.
So we call it quitting. So if I quit and not go to the full finish, my balls are gonna go more to the right side. It gives me more chance of opening the club face.
Sense.
So let me show you a quick example. Oh my God, that's super.
Is that okay?
Wow. Yeah. So let me show you my normal swing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go all the way to finish this time, and try to hold my finish for 3 seconds. 2, 3. So yeah, that's pretty much another reason. So when you quit, what happens is your club faces the sky more like this. If you go to the full finish, your club faces that way, and then turn. Right. So if you're a slicer, check the down the line video and see if you're always stopping here. And this is how good golfers hit a fade. And this is how they hit a straight. This is how they hit a draw.
Interesting.
So after they hit the ball, trying to rotate your body all the way as much as you can, and trying to go to the finish. So that helps you hit the ball more closer to the center and to the left.
Right. Well, we learned pretty much every problem there is to slices and how to fix it, right? But everything we learned today is not every problem that a golfer has. They have to watch this video and say, which of these problems do I have? And then try to fix it.
And you always gotta look at yourself in the video. Please do a video of your front to see if your head is moving this way, and check the side video to see if your shoulder's in front or you're going over the top, and see if you're not going to the finish.
Right.
And always check if your wrist is in this position on the setup.
Okay. So let me try applying one of this. My biggest takeaway from this is when you mentioned that we want to give ourselves more time on this control.
Yes.
Because I have an over the top problem. And by imagining more time, I'm gonna also have a bigger arc and swing from more inside to out.
Yes.
So let me try hitting one with that and see if that solves my slice.
Yes. Let's see. So check your setup, check your grip, and make sure you're not pushing down, and then right shoulder back. Oh, perfect. You're hitting a draw now.
Nice.
So that's the setup of, that's the shot that I want to see. I want you to start hitting a draw to permanently fix your slice.
If you guys enjoyed this video, please support our channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as always, check out this video.